I'm trying to think. There was something I was going to say.
Mhm.
My mind is in this coaching. I'm going through this my second class for coaching. And actually, it's probably very relevant. I've been talking lately about taking a client through, the basic process. And like Zayon had a great question. Like, how do I close a client without trying to push him? Or he felt like he needed to push more, right? He needed to push more. And it's like, dude, it's not about pushing, right? The whole process that I don't know if you guys watched the coaching call I did with Zayon, but
Urgency.
yeah, urgency. It's putting, they're putting pressure on themselves. All you're doing is asking questions. So they put pressure on themselves to get it done, right? You're clearing away. There's a lot, actually, there's some interesting parallels to the coaching process with a client and the sales process because you're basically asking questions to get them to move the way they want to move, right? The only way they move anywhere is because they care about someone. And that's really the key. You put pressure on their emotional attachment to who they love. If you don't tap into that, then it becomes transactional and then becomes a price war, which they're going to, if it's boiled down to price, you've lost, you lost a battle. You're never going to win. And even if you should close them, they're going to cancel their policy on you, right? Because there's no emotional attachment. So that's kind of the main thing. That's why I like that coaching calls so well with Zayon, because Zayon asked just an awesome question. And it was like, wow, this is so perfect. Because a lot of the coaching I get is how do I handle objections? But this is a little bit more substantive and drills deeper into tapping in to what drives someone to do anything, right? And kind of the parallel to coaching is someone has an objective they want to accomplish. Like oh yeah, we're doing some practicing our coaching skills, and they had a couple people, and talking someone through what they're going through is really, it's a fascinating process because you got to ask questions based on what they're trying to do and what they're trying to uncover, not you. Like you're not. It's not about you. It's about them. And so you have to focus on the questions for them to discover what they ought to do and why they want to do it. And once you get someone moving that way, where it becomes a journey of self discovery, they're all in, they're bought in. There are no objections. There are no objections to where they want to go. There are objections always to where you want them to go. And that's when you run into objections. But when they are designing the program for themselves, they know why they want the policy. You're just guiding them through all the monkey stuff, right? But you got to get there first. That's what I love about the whole life coaching thing, that it's asking super effective questions, like to get someone to move, you know. Anyway, I'm not, because I'm in that mindset right now. The parallels to sales is just so tremendous. And if you can get there, man, you'll be master at influencing someone to move where they want to move. I'm telling you what. Like I wish everyone could take the coaching courses I'm taking because it's powerful, powerful stuff. Very powerful stuff. So, especially when it comes to because we have to practice on each other. So I'm grouped up with a couple other guys, and we had our first session today where I was being coached. And the stuff, oh man, it was like powerful stuff. So my thing was, how do I create a better, how can I create a better relationship with my kids now that they're out of the house? My objective is how do I do that? What do I need to do that? How do I do that? And so the guy that was practicing coaching on me asked me some very specific questions that got me to go into why do I feel like this? Where do I want to go? Why am I wanting to have more of an impact in my children's lives now that they're adults? What kinds of things can I do for them? How do I remain non-judgmental and make them feel that our relationship is no longer, judgmental, like, I think you're doing this wrong or that wrong. How can I create really kind of a coaching relationship almost with them or a deeper relationship? He was asking me a ton of questions and we went through like in and out now. And then we have an objective. I'm fired up because I know exactly what I'm going to do next week. Not next week, but the objective is to get it done next week with my children. Right. So I went into that coaching with, gosh, I wonder what I need to do. I came out of it knowing exactly what I need to do because you asked me the right questions to explore why I'm feeling the way I'm feeling and why I'm motivated to go this direction. Is that crazy? So he sold me on what I want to do. Does that make sense? He sold me on what I wanted to do. So what we're doing is selling the clients on what they want to do. What do they want to do? They want to express their love to their loved ones by buying them a policy so they don't suffer any financial hardship. Right? That's why we're here, to help people figure that out, right? To the point where if they don't have anyone they care about, then we go the other way. We say, well, Joe, I'm confused. Why are we even talking? Because if there's no one you care about, why would you even care that you die? They find your body after 2 or 3 weeks. They do one of those wellness checks or whatever. They see your dead body and then they put you in a pine box and, they dig a hole. Like, what do you care? And, when they say, yeah, you're right. I really don't care. Oh, thank you. Thank you. So we're not going to be talking about life insurance, but let me ask you a basic question. What do you mean? What if you got sick and you couldn't work? You got cancer, heart attack or stroke, and there wasn't money coming in. Would that kind of be something of a concern for you? See, you're always selling. It's just not selling life insurance. Now you're selling cancer, stroke, heart attack. You're selling hospital indemnity. You're selling other things, living benefits, because they don't care if they die. But what if they live? That's the problem. What if you live longer than you need to? There's long-term care. You get into those conversations because clearly they're selfish. They're thinking about themselves. So let's sell them a product that's all about them, right? Again, the whole process is all about them, not about you. It's not, how can I make money off this person? No, it's directing them into another mode of, well, I mean, are you concerned? Should you not die, but get sick enough where you wish you were dead, but then you have to keep living and you don't have income coming in? Would that be of any concern for you? Then you're, again, doing the right thing, finding something that will work. I mean, is this making sense to anybody at all?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
You actually taught me that a while ago when I remember seeing a guy and he's like, yeah, I could care less if they can rot in, you know where, because they didn't love me then, so why should I love them later? I was like, okay. And back then I was a really rookie and I was like, Alex, I didn't know what to say. And you actually told me about this. So thank you for reminding me. But yeah, that's what we went. We went to the hospital indemnity with him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool.
And so your job doesn't end at learning final expense insurance. That's just the beginning, gang. Your your insurance professionalism begins there, but doesn't end there. It's everything else that we do, right? Because there's so many ways that we can serve them in different parts of their life and their kids' lives, their beneficiaries' lives. Remember beneficiaries? Like Glenn says, bennies. He call them bennies. I love that. I love that he calls them bennies because, hey, we're going to benefit them by getting them covered too. So, anyway, I wanted to share that because that Zayon, it was great to see Zayon coming back. He had some stuff he was dealing with, but then, he asked me just such a profound question. So that's why I really like that coaching call, why I sent it out. So hopefully that'll help you guys. and kind of get your mind right about it. But remember, if you keep that objective in mind of what, kind of the end game, what is the end game? Serving someone, but you got to care enough to ask them the right questions. You're not trying to put pressure on them. They, if you ask the right questions, they put pressure on themselves, and that's all we're doing. Right. So cool.